monster. A story will be incomplete without once upon a time. Long time ago, far away, centuries before our day, such a messy girl is wasting her time by guzzling bottles of beer and getting drunk after being dumped by the people around her.
Give me more!
Suddenly, her phone rings loudly while a call came into the girl's cell phone, making her immediately pick it up without checking who might be calling her number.
Hey, let's have some fun at the club tonight. We'll party until 10.
The caller's voice sounded strange to the girl, but she didn't care. They're silent in the past few minutes. After remembering her broke condition, she immediately grumbled, still unconscious because of the alcohol. She shouts at the phone and becomes mad because of the temptation.
Oh, I don't have money, but I really want to party. This is so damn annoying. Oh, you don't have money? I'll suggest a good place that can lend you some money.
The voice on the other end of the phone began to speak softly and in a whisper.
You can text this place. I already sent the link. Just come to that place around 12 o'clock and meet. And ask for how much money do you need, and they'll give it to you.
Before she could reply to it, the call suddenly ended. The girl was confused but kept on opening the link out of curiosity and in a needing money state. That girl immediately go to that dark place location. Then she realized that this place contained magical and such a ritual surroundings. She approached one of the nearest witch there.
I need money. Please lend me some around $80,000.
At first, the witch didn't answer and kept on stirring the large bowl that contains a strange purple liquid inside. As soon as she stops, she took out a piece of paper from her rich robe pocket and held it out to the girl. She poured the purple liquid into a smaller bowl and handed her that bowl as well. The young girl stared into the smaller bowl with hesitation, but she finally dipped her finger into the purple liquid. To ensure that you repay your debt, please stamp your finger on this agreement sheet. Done. I suggest you to read it carefully first, but well, it's too late. Without noticing that something bad will happen to her if she can't pay her debt in time, she just signed it without care because of her haste. Immediately acted without making it sure, and the agreement was successfully made. Get what you want, gorgeous. The girl started walking out of that strange building with some stacked sheets of money, a big smile on her face. She thought that borrowing and returning it on time wouldn't be difficult. What's so bad about it? What worse could happen to her anyway? She started to use it for parties and more bottles of alcohol. Time passed by and she can't pay the debt. She doesn't have a stable income to cover all the loans and now she is holed up in the house. Even though at first she was so sure of herself, for some reason now she felt afraid.
I'll just sleep until... Who knows? Maybe I'll die if I just sleep and I'll be free from this damn debt.
Decided to lay down on the ground, she closed her eyes and started to fall asleep uncomfortably. Eyes and felt something weird on her body, like something was swollen and making it hard for her to move. When she managed to sit up to check, her stomach had become so big and heavy. Her face turned pale and she broke out in a cold sweat as she started to feel nauseous and vomited on the floor.
What? What happened to me?
In a hurry, she immediately ran as fast as she can to the nearest hospital. She underwent several checkups.
Congratulations, ma'am. You are pregnant with twins, a girl and a boy.
A doctor popped up with a bright smile, but the news completely made her face become more pale. This was the agreement, or we could say the punishment from the witch for her because she didn't pay her debt. Every time she tried to abort them, it never showed any result until she gave up and just let it be. This kind of pregnancy only needs 2 months until the water breaks. Finally, it's time for her to give birth for they were born. They sounded real.
Oh my god! What creature is this? So ugly!
After looking at her baby's appearance, she was totally disgusted. Her babies looks exactly like a pair of beasts. She'll probably didn't want to raise them. As an idea suddenly appeared inside her head, she took her phone and called the place she visited last time using a different number.
Hello. I'm curious about this link that says we can borrow someone. Can we make an appointment?
She pretended to make small talk, and the person that's being called was fooled and immediately agreed to the meeting. Using her hood on to cover her face, she carried her babies and ran to the dark market without the knowledge of the hospital.
What are you doing here?
I want to sell them to you. These are the rarest species that I have.
She tries her best to make her voice sound different.
For how much?
As much as you like.
She managed to get out of the black market with some money in her hands, and her babies had been successfully sold. Because of her haste to throw them away, even the identities of the babies are not yet available. The officers at the black market really tortured the lives of the two ugly kids, giving them poison and committing violence against them.
Ouch! Please stop it! It hurts!
Stop whining, you useless brat. It looks like your mother had successfully followed us.
Every day, they live in torment and confinement.
Remember, you are here just because that woman sold you to us.
The poison has made them look worse, and now everyone sees them as a monster, a nameless monster. There is only a small hole in the wall that shows the outside world to them. One time, they were watching a few kids play outside from that hole. There's one kid that approached the other and asked,
"Hey, what's your name? Can we be friends?"
Those words ring in her ears, and the girl asks to her brother,
What's the name?
Something that our mother never gave us.
They just stare all the children that could play freely outside and laughing while chasing other. Something felt burned inside their chest. Because of their jealousy, they now were dying to find one simple thing they never had, a name. Until one day, they managed to escape from the black market. So, the monsters made up their mind and set out on a journey to look for one. But the world was such a very large place. They went on separate journeys. One went east, the other headed west.
We will meet each other again here. Please be careful and take care, brother.
The one who went east came upon a village, and immediately met the village's woodchuck, a blacksmith who lived at the village's entrance. As they approached him, he begged,
I heard that you have such a unique name, and I'm very interested. Mr. Blacksmith, please give me your name.
What do you mean by that? I can't give you my name.
If you give me your name, I'll go inside you and make you super strong.
Really? If you make me stronger, I'll give you my name.
The monster held Blacksmith's hand and moved his spirit into the blacksmith's body. And so, the monster became Otto the blacksmith. Otto was the strongest man in town, showing his strength to all the children in the village. Now, he was able to lift up a large log and hear the cheerful laughter of the entertained children.
Ha ha ha! This is amazing, Mr. Blacksmith!
One of the children shouted in excitement.
Can you see, all villagers? I'm now the strongest man in the world. No one can beat me. Ha ha!
Then he feels something weird. Stops him from laughing. Something tickled his heart.
Look at me, look at me. The monster inside of me is getting bigger.
Mr. Blacksmith fell into the ground, unconscious. All the children screamed in fear and ran away. The monster spirit inside Blacksmith's body already sucked Blacksmith's soul until it's gone. Once again, he was a nameless monster. Next, he walked up to the ugliest woman's house in that village. As he knocked at the door and the woman opened it for him.
Hello, miss. I notice your insecurities. Give me your name and I'll turn you become the prettiest woman in the world.
The woman seemed to be hesitated, but finally nodded.
If you can, I'll let you take my name. Please make me prettier,
said the woman.
Go inside you and go to sleep. When you open your eyes in the morning, look into the mirror and you'll find yourself there become pretty.
The monster immediately moved his spirit to that woman's body and take control of it.
I actually turned pretty! It looks like that hideous monster didn't try to fool me at all.
She tried to walk out her house and all eyes were addressed to her.
Wow, you're so pretty, miss.
Yeah, just like an actress.
I wish to be you when I grow up. So beautiful.
I know. Calm down. Thank you, villagers. Thank you.
Children and young men began to crowd around her to praise her beauty, which made her the village flower. That's why she became someone heroic. One day, she shouts with a sarcastic chuckles, as suddenly someone bumped into her.
How dare you? Don't you know I'm the beauty among the beasts? The monster inside me is getting bigger and bigger.
Like the last one, the monster sucked old woman's soul and she fell unconsciously to the ground. Or roughly speaking, she is dead. The monster boy who lived in that castle.
If you give me your name, I'll make you strong and healthy,
said the monster. The boy who looked very sick and weak, lying helplessly on the bed with the embrace of a warm blanket, could only reply,
If you can make me healthy and strong, I'll give you my name.
So the monster's spirit jumped right into the boy, and the boy became full of vigor. The queen was overjoyed.
Oh, my baby boy! You finally help! Thanks, God!
She announced it and made sure all the castle in the world and all the villagers know this very joyful big news.
For all their kingdoms, attention please! There is a joyful announcement for all of us here. The prince is now healthy. The prince is strong.
The monster became quite fond of the boys, was also quite pleased with his royal life in the castle. So he controlled himself no matter how ravenous his appetite became. Day after day, despite his growing hunger, the monster stayed put inside the boy. But finally, the hunger just became too great.
Look at me! Look at me! The monster inside of me is getting this big!
The boy devoured all the queen and the servants' soul at once, leaving everybody to fall on the ground without soul anymore. The castle was lonely now with everyone no longer alive. So the boy left on a journey. He walked and walked for days, until one day the boy came upon the monster who had gone west.
I have a name, and it's such a wonderful one at that.
What is the name? I'm perfectly happy with that one, brother. After all, that's what we are. The nameless monsters.
You change. You promised to find one, and now you say that? You're not my sister anymore.
Because of annoyance and knowing his sister didn't support him, the monster inside the prince's body to have name anymore, the boy ate up the monster who went with. At last he had found a name, but there was no longer anyone to call him by it. Such a shame, because Johann was such a wonderful name.